Have you ever tried to stay calm and your body basically laughed at you? You set a boundary and the silence feels like standing on the edge of a cliff. You get disrespected and you feel heat rising up your throat like a kettle. You get criticized and your chest tightens. Suddenly you're either defending yourself or collapsing into yourself. And the weird part is, your mind can know the right move, while your body hits panic speed anyway. This used to be me until I learned a better way that I'm going to share with you today. Not think positive, not be confident. We're talking about physical calm, the kind you can use in real moments when your nervous system is already lit up. By the end of this video, you'll have a slow method you can use in under 10 seconds to stop panic speed reactions, and you'll understand why calm isn't a personality trait. And near the end, I'll give you one simple phrase that buys you time without sounding awkward, because it's the fastest way to stop your reflex from speaking for you. Let's start with what most people get wrong. Here's what I didn't understand for a long time. Most people try to control a conversation with words, but calm people set the tempo with their body. You're not trying to become emotionless, you're trying to stop your nervous system from grabbing the steering wheel. No alpha energy, no tough guy advice, just calm mechanics. We're going to cover 5 myths that secretly make you react faster. For each one, you'll get a reframe, a physical method, and one calm line to use. Because calm isn't a mood, it's a pace you choose, physically. Myth number 1, if I feel angry, I'm already losing. The reality is, anger isn't failure, anger is energy. What makes you lose isn't the anger, it's the speed. Anger at normal speed can be useful. It tells you something matters. Anger at maximum speed is something else. It becomes a mouth that talks without permission. So the goal isn't don't feel it. The goal is don't let it rush you. The slow method. When you feel that wave coming, disrespect, sarcasm, that tone, do these 3 things like you're turning down a dial. Drop your shoulders 1 centimeter. Not a full relax, just a click downward. Unclench your jaw. If your teeth are touching, your body is gearing up. Exhale like you're fogging a mirror. Slow, quiet, through the mouth. Not dramatic, not obvious. Just enough to move your nervous system out of fight posture. Because here's the truth. When your jaw is locked and your shoulders are raised, your voice gets sharper automatically. Your body is preparing for conflict. Give this a try. Next time someone says, "You're so sensitive," drop your shoulders, let your jaw soften, let out a slow exhale, and then you say calmly, "Don't speak to me like that." Not loud, not icy, just finished. One mistake to avoid. Don't try to force yourself into full relaxation. That often backfires because your body can't go from 80% activation to 0% instantly. You're aiming for 2% slower, just enough to stay in charge. Myth number 2, silence is awkward, so I need to fill it. Here's the reframe. Silence isn't awkward. Your nervous system is reading the silence as danger. When you set a boundary and go quiet, your body interprets the pause as something bad might happen. Fix it. So it pushes you to do the old thing. Explain, apologize, overextend yourself, or talk your way out. That's not weakness. That's a survival reflex. The skill is learning to tolerate the pause after you set a limit. The slow method. Next time you need to hold your silence, after a no or boundary, anchor your body in these 3 places. Your tongue, press it lightly to the roof of your mouth. Your feet. Press your toes into your shoes for 2 seconds. Your breath. Exhale slowly, then let the inhale happen by itself. This gives your body something to do, so your mouth doesn't do something you'll regret. Consider this scenario. They ask, "Can you help me tonight?" You say, "I can't." They push, "Why not?" Then they add, "I'm always available for you." Your next move, tongue up, toes down, slow exhale, and then you say, "It doesn't work for me." Then you stop. Mistake to avoid. Don't turn your boundary into a debate. If you give 5 reasons, they'll try to solve your reasons. Boundaries become real when you can tolerate the silence after them. Myth number 3. To be respected, I have to respond fast. This is the reframe. Fast responses can feel powerful, but they're often reactive. Speed is usually your nervous system trying to regain control by doing something, anything, immediately. Calm people don't win by speed, they win by timing. The slow method. This comes from The Next Conversation by Jefferson Fisher. Replace your first word with a breath. Here's how it works. When they speak, inhale normally. Before your first word, exhale once. Then start with a buffer phrase that buys your brain half a second. Pick one default phrase that feels natural. Here are some examples. Give me a second. Let me think. Say that again. That's it. It's honest. It's calm. And it stops you from speaking while you're still chemically escalated. But remember, don't use buffer phrases with sarcasm or attitude. If your tone is sharp, the phrase doesn't slow anything down. The power isn't the words, it's the tempo they create. Let's put this into a real moment. Imagine a friend texts, "Are we ever going to see you again, or are you too busy for us now?" You feel that immediate reflex. Explain, reassure, overcompensate, fix it. That's myth 2 in real life. Your body reading silence is danger. So you don't type fast. You don't rush to make it okay. You do the slow method even over text. One slow exhale before your first word. Then you send something simple. "I hear you. Tonight doesn't work for me." They push, "Wow, I'm always available for you." Your nervous system wants to write a paragraph, but you don't feed that dynamic. You anchor your body, shoulders down, jaw soft. Then, "I care about you, and I'm not available tonight." Then you stop. No defending, no negotiating, no trying to be understood by someone who's using guilt as leverage. And if it becomes a pattern, you follow through calmly. Less access, fewer instant replies, clearer boundaries. Because calm doesn't mean you accept disrespect. It means you don't let disrespect set your pace. Which brings us to the next myth. Myth number 4. Calm is mental. If my thoughts are calm, my body will follow. Reframe. It's often the opposite. You can't think your way out of panic. Your body sets the mood first. Your thoughts come in afterward to justify it. That's why you can know you're safe and still feel your heart racing. Your body is running an older program. So instead of arguing with your thoughts, change the body's signals. The slow method. When you feel pulled into reaction, unlock these 3 parts of your body. Your jaw, soften it, your hands. Open your fingers slightly, stop gripping. Your eyes, widen your gaze, use your peripheral vision. Tight jaw equals sharper voice. Clenched hands equals body preparing for aggression. Narrow eyes equals threat focus. A wide gaze tells the brain, we're not in a fight, we can see the whole room. So, the next time someone criticizes you with a blunt tone, that wasn't good enough. You soften your jaw, open your hands, widen your gaze, and you say, "Noted." Then you pause. Not emotional, not apologetic, not sharp, just anchored. Here's a common mistake to avoid. Don't stare harder when you feel threatened. That narrows your vision and tightens your body. Widening your gaze is one of the fastest ways to tell your brain, we're okay. Myth number 5. If someone disrespects me, staying calm means letting them get away with it. Here's the reframe. Calm is not permission. Calm is delivery. A calm boundary can be firm. A calm consequence can be real. In fact, calm consequences often land harder because they don't look like a performance. They look like a standard. Here's the rule. Slow your voice. Speed up your follow-through. Most people do the opposite. They get loud, explain a lot, then do nothing. Calm confidence is few words, then action. The slow method includes one sentence and a behavior change. For example, someone keeps interrupting you. You slow your voice and say, "I'm not done." If it happens again, "I'll continue when I'm not interrupted." Then you stop. You look at your notes, you wait. Not passive-aggressive, not dramatic. Just a quiet condition for access. Another example, someone makes a joke at your expense in public. You don't debate whether it was just a joke. You slow your voice. Don't do that again. Then you change your seat. You step away. You end the conversation earlier than usual. Slow voice, fast action. A common mistake to avoid is this. Don't explain your consequence. Explaining often invites negotiation. Calm consequences work because they're consistent, not because they're convincing. Quick safety note. If you're in a genuinely unsafe situation, calm isn't the goal. getting safe is. Distance, support, and safety come first. Did you catch the theme? All 5 myths collapse into one truth. Your calm isn't a personality trait. It's a tempo you set. And you set it with your jaw, your shoulders, your breath, the pace of your first word, your ability to tolerate silence, your willingness to follow through. That's the real flex, not perfect phrasing, nervous system leadership. Slow the moment down on purpose, with your body. Here's your 7-day practice so that you can actually make these lessons stick. In any tense moment, boundary, criticism, disrespect, slow one of these 3 things by 2%. Your exhale, your first word, your movement, hands, head, posture. Just 2%. That's it. Not to be robotic, just to stop your reflex from rushing you. You're not trying to be perfect. You're teaching your nervous system a new rhythm. You don't need to become someone else to stay composed. You just need a method that slows the moment down long enough for you to choose. Because the truth is, you can be activated and still be in charge. If this helped you, the simplest way to support the channel is to subscribe so I can keep making more videos just like this. Thank you for being here. And remember, calm is a strategy, not a personality. You've got this.